Alright, I'm live now. Shit, I hope my computer doesn't crash on me, because it's shit. I hope my computer doesn't crash on me, because it's shit. I hope my computer. Sorry about that.
That's terrifying.
I know. Sorry. I've got feedback. I'll have to mute myself. Yeah, my daughter's visiting right now, so I won't put her on there, but yeah, you can probably hear her. I'm just making this circuit. I'll explain this in a minute. Right, I've got this new. Oh, did I put that clown clip on? Right, I've got this new circuit, activity adjustable external triggering circuit. Right. So it's using an AD8561, but I'm using one of those because they're like £5 each and they're expensive. So I'm using a high speed operational amplifier, which is the LM833N. Actually, I need to put the preview window up so I can see what I'm doing. I've got the LM833N, and so at the moment it is now my finger. My LM833N, which is a 15 megahertz op amp, and now I've got these Schmidt triggers, these flip-flop circuits, which I'm going to be using also, which is a UTC CD4069. I'm going to be using these as inverters to basically produce perfectly square waves output. So this is a trigger circuit for the oscilloscope to improve the triggering. I hope it's going to work, so I'm building it on the breadboard to test it, to see if it actually makes an improvement to my oscilloscope before I actually build a circuit board, because I don't want to spend a lot of time building a circuit board and then fit it in the scope and then find out it doesn't do making it any better. So I thought, well, basically it should get rid of things like that, which is a graph of the noise you get where it's fuzzy and not locking on properly, because it produces a perfectly stable square wave trigger pulse. So instead of getting that kind of an oscilloscope pattern where mine jumps around a lot, actually I get multiple square waves, which is really bad. So I'm knocking this circuit up on this breadboard, and these are the two ICs, and I'm currently making a voltage divider, which is two resistors, so I'll have a split rail. So I've got positive volts, minus volts, and a ground in between. So I'm using 2.2k resistors to create a central ground point. So I need another one of these resistors so that when it's powered up, it doesn't swing all the way one way, like all the way down to 0 volts on the 0 volt rail. So I have to balance that. So I need another one of these capacitors, so it has a perfectly balanced ground rail. And it's simple enough to use two 2.2k resistors to create a split rail. It's not a big thing. I mean, op amps don't use much power, so you can easily do it. You don't need a regulator circuit. You don't need a dual tracking regulator either, because it's so low current. So anyway, this is optional extra which I'm adding on because I don't have 3 power rails, so I'm creating an extra power rail. So I just need to find another one of these things, because I've got one on the bottom half and I need one on the top half as well. And I must be using that. I must be using them. This what do you call it? Logitech microphone. I didn't mean to put that one on, but oh well. Now, wow! I just stuck my finger. Okay, I've got. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see what it is. Oh, that's one microphone. That's no good. Let's see what I've got in here. I've actually used a lot of my components up in that repairing the oscilloscope, so I'm getting a bit thin on capacitors. My daughter's eating, so I can't put her on camera right now. She can maybe do some of her acrobatic. You can maybe do some of your acrobatics and show everybody.
I'm not what I used to be.
I know. Wow. That's the thing, as you get older, you start to lose that ability, don't you?
You're going to take up a new hobby.
Eh?
You're going to take up a new hobby instead.
Right. Oh, what's this? That's another 1 microfarad. That's too low. You know, I should have some. Actually, I'll look on that board over there, because there might be some chunky capacitors over there that I've missed. Oh, I could use that cheap Chinese reject that I've got a replacement capacitor for the oscilloscope, and it's absolute junk, but it's still good enough for this circuit. It's in here, I found it. Yeah, it's 100 microfarad. Actually, it's a bit small, but it needs to be balanced. But if I get a couple of 100 microfarads, that would probably do the trick. The camera's not quite lined up properly either. Oops, it's because it's not going through Minicam. It keeps giving me that stupid lost signal message. Right, if I put this one on, let's see, I need to put this one on. I need to put this in here and put a jumper. I'm just going to see if I find another better one though first. Right, I'm just looking for another capacitor because I need to make another order at some point for some more capacitors because they're getting used up.
Shane, is it okay if I have the wireless on?
Well, it will interfere with the live stream right now. We've had enough music, blowing out. We've been listening to it all day.
No, I don't need to listen to music. I need to check out something else.
Oh, you mean you just want to check a weather report, something's daft up?
When you sent me some stuff, and also
wireless. Oh, you mean the Wi-Fi? Oh, you should have said. I thought you meant listen to the radio.
No.
Yeah, I plugged it in.
Thank you.
It might interfere with the live stream though, so don't send too much stuff. Right, I'm just trying to think. I've got some capacitors somewhere. Some more. I'll have to go digging around in my big component box, I suppose. But I think, you know what? I think I'm just going to go with this for now, because it's only a test anyway. That's 1,000 microfarad. That might actually work. It's going to be a bit off balance. So it's just to buffer it's just to keep the ground rails locks solid, steady, so the ground rail doesn't bounce up and down between positive and negative. That's why I need two capacitors, one between positive, and the ground is connected to the center ground rail, and then I've got another positive connected to the center ground rail between there and ground, minus volts basically. So if I stick a jumper across between here, which is positive, I can't get this wire's a bit, I need to get this leg a bit longer because it's a bit short. That's better. I need to get this in here. I need a bit out of room actually. I'll check the chat in a minute. I've just got this preview window. I need to keep this close to there because I need to put another jumper across there, so we don't run out of positive supply rail. So I'm going to stick this in here next to this resistor. Right, I'll just check the chart. Okay, hide's busy, right, no worries. I've got that in there. I need to put another jumper in to extend this power rail because it stops about here. I'll stick that one in here because I've got to power this other chip as well, this one here, and that needs I think it doesn't use its center point. Op amps tend to use split rails, you see. That's the problem with them. You have to use a balanced supply. Luckily the oscilloscope already has a split rail power supply built into it. It's got plus 7.5 volts and minus 7.5 volts. So if I actually build this circuit, I don't need these capacitors to create a split rail because the oscilloscope's already got one built in. So these basically are just ad hoc, just to satisfy the test. I've got the 100 volt one, 100 microfarad one again, 100 volt, 100 microfarad. Now this is better. 1000 microfarad. So I want this connected between. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Just a minute. This wants to be connected between. I've got this wrong way around, right? This wire wants to be over here a bit. Right, it needs to be there. Actually, I'll move this wire back a bit. Right, that's it. So this positive goes directly to the positive of the capacitor. The negative end of the capacitor goes to the other end of it. This capacitor is basically across this resistor, right? Right, which is the biasing. So that's basically what that capacitor does. It's just to buffer everything, and this one also to buffer everything. And I've got to hook this chip up to the supply as well. So I'll have a look at that one. And that's a blow up of this. That's a blow up of the circuit, but I'm using different. Devices. It's the same thing. The only difference with the op amp is it's got no latching built in. But I could actually, looking at the trigger circuits on this chip, I could build a latch onto this chip because there's extra inverters on the chip that I won't normally be using. So I could create a latch circuit with that. No. If I need a latch, I don't even know if I need one yet. Right, so that's what I'm using, CD4069. It's also got a good high frequency. I think it's around 10 megs or something. It's good enough for what I'm doing. There's loads of stuff in here about positive feedback and clamp circuits, but I don't think I need that stuff. Okay, I need to find out where the heck's the 4069 in here. I must have gone past it. It must be because I've got this clip in there and I can't see it. Right, the 4069 should be. If I can get the damn pages. That's the 4007. I want the pinouts for the I think, yeah, I just had it a minute ago. Yeah, this is the one. Sorry, this is the one I need now. So I'm just gonna bookmark this, put this clip in so I don't lose my page. Right, so I need to wire this up. So 14 is VCC, VDD. I don't like the word VDD. I like VCC. VDD sounds like a disease, doesn't it? VD sounds like a disease. Yeah, and VSS. Alright, I'll need to get that. So that's pin 7 is ground. They used to make jokes out of that when I was at school. You don't know what VD is?
No.
Oh, that's a relief. Thank God for that.
Okay.
Well, on these microchips, it's marked as VDD. I'm just so glad that the younger generation isn't being educated, miseducated about horrible things like that.
We definitely are.
What, you are educated with horrible things? Oh my God.
Of course we are.
Oh dear. That's not very reassuring.
Well, everyone has been to some extent.
So it's just different horrible things than what we had when we were at school.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
probably relatively similar just due to human nature.
Right, okay. I am not going to say what, I'm not going to tell you what that means. You'll have to look it up.
Okay, have a look.
Well, if you search BD disease, you'll see why I'm not talking about it. I'm just glad that
Binswanger disease. Binswanger disease?
No, what the hell's that? God, there's that many things going around that I don't even know about. I need some more ground wires. Actually, I'll go and nick some off here.
What, BD or VD?
VD.
Pardon?
V as in victory.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
You didn't pronounce your V properly.
You know now, do you?
Hang on. Oh, it's an STI. An STI?
What?
A sexually transmitted.
Yes,
infection.
yes.
Oh, right.
Now you understand.
Oh, venereal disease.
You still no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not being misled in education.
No, well, you need to be informed about stuff like that because you need to
Of course you do.
protect yourself. But at the same time,
Well, no, it's completely fine to just be completely
it's just that I'm on a live stream right now, and I don't want to talk about things like that.
Well,
Yeah.
education, people.
But you see, it's difficult. It always happens, doesn't it? Every time you've got family on and you're doing something, the conversation drifts, and it's my fault. I admit it, it's my fault because I was looking at that flipping chip.
Oh dear.
Yeah. The more you don't want to talk about it, the more it creeps in. Yeah. Anyway, this link is horrible. I'm going to straighten it out. I need to have a nice curve on it because then it'll be easy to push it back in. Oh, this isn't right. This isn't lined up properly. This link is overlapping. I like to keep my links in a straight line if I can. So I'm going to put a little arch on that link. Right. Okay. Get in the hole. There it's in. Now I need to get my ground link back in. I so hope this works, because if it does, I'm going to be building another circuit board. It's not a complicated circuit either, so, and that's a relief. So basically, there's 6 inverters on this chip. I'm talking on the live stream again. There's 6 inverters on this chip, and according to the plan, there's a resistor, a 1k. Oh, was that? Is it? Yeah, it's a 1k resistor between each inverter stage, and there's a filter there. So there's a capacitor between after the 1k resistor. So what I need to do is find another 1k resistor, or probably a 2k would do, and so let's see, the inverters basically run backwards actually on the chip. You know, they're actually facing the wrong way. The inputs are actually on pin 2 and the outputs on pin 1, which is annoying. No, actually that's right. No, the input's pin 1, the output's pin 2. So that's right. So they're in a straight line. So yeah, that's even better. I know where I am now, so it's not going to confuse me. So I can put a resistor between pin 2 and pin 3 to connect these two inverters together, and the output will be on pin 4. And I could use the other side to create a latching circuit if I want to. So I could create my latch on the other side. I might actually build a latch onto the circuit design so that I could incorporate it just by adding components to it, but I don't know yet. So I've got my power rails hooked up, and you know, I'm gonna run this off my lamp because it's current limited, and there's less chance of me blowing anything up because my lamp, this light that is running, this light here, I've got power directly on the arms that go up to it, and I can just clip my wire straight on it. So it's current limited to about quarter of an amp, 250 milliamps, so there's not much chance of me drawing too much power from it, and 12 volts is probably about right, because 2 plus 7.5 volts minus 7.5 volts, when you add it together, it's about what? I've forgotten now. I think it's about, let's get my calculator up, I think it's about 12 or something, or 14. So 7.5 times 2 is, I can't remember. Oh, it's 15. Alright, that's okay. Well, this should run on 12 volts happily anyway. So it's actually going to be within limits because the oscilloscope doesn't produce more than 15 volts anyway, so these chips are going to be quite happy with that. Oh, okay, right, okay, Magnetron. Oh, I'm not even on the right, right. Right, let's see. What's my mobile number? So, okay, right, Magnus, I sent you the information on in a private message in the chat, so you should be able to write that down. You might be better off with my mobile number actually for texting, because I can't get text. So if they'd sent text to me, and if that's going to be possible, if they're decent, and make sure you well pack it as well, just in case it gets smashed about. But yeah, partial disassembly is always a good idea if you're sending large bulky items by post. I mean, just dismantling the arms and the long extensions, the legs and that, and putting it all flat pack, you know, sort of thing. There's less chance of anything getting smashed. I hope you can hear me, Magnetron. Are you watching? So you know what, these capacitors are a little bit in the way, so I might actually move them slightly and put jumpers over. I don't know yet. Actually no, I'll leave them. They're not too bad. They're not going to be in the way really, because I don't really need to be in this area much. It's around this area I need to be, so I think that's going to be fine. But I've got a lot more I've got more bias and resistors to put in this op amp at this side. And I need to find a 1K something resistor, or something close to that, because I'm a bit low on resistors, right, to be honest. So I'm using up a lot of stuff that I've got left laying around. I've got a 560 ohm resistor. That's a bit low though. I'll lift it out just a bit, because it's not far off. But, the whole purpose of the resistors is simply to provide, you can connect them directly to be honest, but it's just to provide a certain amount of current limiting to dampen any spikes or inductances that you get. That's the reason for the resistors between the inverters, so that when it switches the next inverter on, you don't get a crowbar effect. You know, where you get a resonance, an inductive resonance, because that's noise. That is unwanted noise. So, oh, that's weird. Well, I am live. It's weird. Why is it not showing up as live? Well, that's strange. Let me just get a direct link. That's very strange. Right, I've just posted a link to the main window. It should work. I don't know what's going on. I have got some in and out problems. This camera is very stupid. It's erratic. I need to put it through a minicam and then it doesn't do that. So I'll probably restart the stream if it gets too annoying, but it's just, I don't know why it does that, but it's like the software thinks the camera it's lost the signal, but it hasn't. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, I mean, I'll show you what I see on my screen. It drops out every so often. It says lost signal, and that was because I just because I jumped across to the different preview window. But it hasn't lost the signal really. It must be a synchronization issue. I don't know really what it is. Oh, Magnus, oh good. If it's fine for you, that's fine. That's good. So as I was explaining, if anyone has missed what I was saying, this is basically a trigger circuit to improve my oscilloscope, to improve the response of the stability of the scope, because my oscilloscope is it's all transistors, so it's prone to noise and ripples and power fluctuations, things that cause it to pulse trigger or miss trigger, or sometimes on different frequencies it just can't quite get a lock. So, but what I'm going to be doing is building this circuit. I'll tell you that the main advantages of this circuit. The main advantage of this particular circuit, right, is that even when the op-amp, the input signal to the op-amp is lower, right, when you have a high 100% dB or a 10% dB input, the output will always be 100%, right? As long as the input is triggering, the output will always be equal to the maximum input voltage and the maximum positive and maximum negative voltages, because it's a it's a digital chip, you know. It's a square wave. It's a trigger circuit. So I'm not going to be instead of using the oscilloscope built-in transistor circuit, which is totally susceptible to voltage fluctuations, as you know, bigger peaks, smaller peaks for the trigger. This will sort that out, so that the oscilloscope is always presented with a maximum signal. You know, as long as the op-amp is triggered, this will give a constant signal for the trigger circuit, so it will be more reliable. So that when I turn the voltage down or present the oscilloscope with a tiny half a volt signal, the output on here will still be maxed out. You know, it will still be the same output signal on here, even if I'm putting a 50 volt input on my scope. So whether I'm putting a half a volt input on the scope or a 50 volt input on the scope, this trigger circuit will always be the same output voltage, and that's the main reason for building this, so that I get more stable results. I mean, I don't really need a square wave, because as I said, it's already got a square wave on the scope, but it's the amplitude that's the problem. The amplitude is all over the place, it's up and down. So I mean, I want to do away with that variation in amplitude. I want to have a fixed amplitude, so this is what this will do. So anyway, I've still got the op amp to put some bias in. I've got my trimmer in here. I'm really chuffed that Russ is getting moved. I really am, because he needs to be out of there. All them flipping fires. I tell you what, Russ, there's something very fishy going on with them fires. Cars melting. That doesn't make sense to me, and Hyde's been talking about it. How the hell can an aluminium car melt and the tree nearby it not be touched? There's something very wrong there. Did you see them pictures, Joanne? I was talking about. A car melted. them fires in fires in near Topanga, near Topanga. Russ lives there.
Okay.
Loads of people's houses just burnt down, and there's trees everywhere. They haven't been touched. How the hell can trees? The only thing that can do that is a microwave weapon. You know, if you put tin foil in a microwave, it sparks and melts. Did you know that? The aluminium just melts. But you put vegetation in the microwave and you turn it on, nothing happens to it if it's dry. Right? That's what's been going on in over in California. There've been cars melting. You know, the hubcaps have just dribbled to a puddle of metal. Something very strange going on there, and I'm really glad that Russ is going to be moving. You know, because sounds very, very. I mean, it can't be healthy living around that kind of radiation, whatever it is. But yeah, we were talking to Hyde about it the other day. He posted a video, and I don't know where it is now. I'm just going to scroll back and read the text because I missed some of what Russ was saying. Last day at work, Russ says. His last day at work. Packing like crazy, so much to do, so much to move. Yeah, thank God Russ is alive. Yeah, that's a relief because I was starting to wonder because them fires were very worrying. Oh, I posted it on Facebook. I'll show you it, Joanne. Hang on. Something very odd. Doesn't make sense.
What is it?
I'll show you it. It's on my Facebook.
Okay.
Right, let's go down here. Now, just check this video out. I hope they haven't blocked it. No, it's still there. Now, this doesn't make sense. Now, watch this video. This is a microwave with aluminium in it. This is why you're not supposed to put aluminium.
What's up, friends? Max Munger with a quick update for Wake Up News about the California fires. And I'm going to nuke these materials. That's some normal grass, some pine boughs, and some aspen leaves. You can see those leaves are already kind of dried out. It's fall here in Wyoming, where I'm reporting from. And I'm going to go for 2 minutes. I've already done these for about 30 seconds, but I wanted to start the video over again. And we're going to see if this stuff burns in the microwave. The reason being, we all know what happens if you put metal in the microwave, right? If you accidentally put like a fork or some aluminum foil in the microwave, oh, a little noise coming out of there, but so far nothing's bursting into flames. And the reason I'm doing this is because out in California, with these fires, they call them wildfires, they call them forest fires, but really it seems like a lot more houses and cars are burning than forests. There are these really disturbing images of cars that are completely torched, where the glass is melted out and the wheels, the metal alloys of the wheels, often they use aluminum for wheels, is completely melted to the extent where there are literally pools of aluminum that ran down the street and have formed these weird little lakes of aluminum. And then right next to these vehicles you'll see trees and other vegetation that still has foliage on it. So I've dropped a few images of that in there, but I want to showcase for you, as we've been in there for a minute and 10 seconds, that vegetation doesn't react in the microwave like, it's not going to burst into flames, it's not going to cause a bunch of sparks.
All them houses, the trees are still there, look.
And what are cars made out of? Well, they're made out of various metals. Houses, of course, contain many metal appliances and metal fasteners like nails and screws and stuff. So we see all this footage.
Do you know about this?
Cars.
No.
It's been going on for like 2 weeks.
Houses that are completely obliterated, while the vegetation nearby is totally fine. And it prompts the question, are directed energy weapons, microwave weapons, being used to cause these fires in California? We're almost done here cooking up this delicious little feast. So let's see what's going on. food is ready. Here we go. Generally, I don't use the microwave for anything. So the grass dried out a little. Sorry, my hands are so dirty. I've been working in the yard. So the grass dried out a little. It's a little brittle, but you can see it's not hot. The pine bough, not hot either. The needles seem to have turned a little bit browner. And then the aspen leaves have wilted, but nowhere near ignition. Whereas we all know what happens when you put a piece of metal in the microwave. So, tell your friends, get the word out, raise awareness about this disturbing situation in California, where all these wildfires seem to have started almost simultaneously on the night of the 8th going into the 9th of October 2017.
All them houses
And
gone.
there's all this unusual video and photo evidence showing metal structures, you know, houses with metal fixtures and metal fasteners, and cars that are totally obliterated, while nearby the vegetation seems relatively untouched.
How the hell can that happen?
Signing off. One love.
How the hell can all them houses burn down and the trees still be there?
Weird.
That's totally backwards.
That's really weird.
The trees should be the first thing to go.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Because of all them dried up leaves and
Is this a wealthy area of California?
yeah, it's Beverly Hills, I think.
What?
It's near Hollywood. Hollywood's burned. Did you know? Yeah, Hollywood's been on
Why
fire.
has no one heard about this?
It's been suppressed. Go on YouTube, right?
Do you think it's the North Koreans?
Well, look at this, right? Watch this. Hollywood.
No, I'm doing it myself.
Hollywood burns. Search that. Hollywood burns, and you'll find it. Look at that. There's live stuff of it. Well, there was live stuff. Hollywood burns. First contact. EP. Oh, I don't know what the hell it is. Hollywood burns. Oh, there's a lot of conspiracy bullshit on there now. Oh, this is just bullshit. There's somebody's filling the internet with a load of crap. I've been watching this stuff live. This is all BS. They're trying to conspiracy. They're using conspiracy nonsense to discredit what's really happened to Hollywood.
CNN is even reporting.
Yeah, look at all this nonsense that they put. That's so that anyone that's serious, anyone that's somebody who's got both feet on the ground, that is concerned that something bad's going on, they see this conspiracy stuff with aliens and UFOs and they think, oh, this is all nonsense. They're trying to cover it up. That's why they're putting all that UFO stuff. Look at UFO stuff everywhere.
Okay.
No, this looks like a real one.
I used to live in Hollywood.
That sucks.
Oh, somebody's doing a mock-up of it. Somebody's doing a mock-up of it. We don't want that. We want to see the real footage. No, this is real footage. The end of is near. Oh, it's all religious goof. This is what I was watching live. This is Hollywood. This is what it was like. It's like driving through hell.
Why do people in these videos always keep driving to where there's danger?
Well, they've got no choice because the road goes through there, and they were trying to evacuate.
No, but why can't you just turn around and go backwards?
They were trying to evacuate. They were on the coast.
Oh, right.
There's a main road. You've got to go one way or the other way. The fires were everywhere. The whole hillside was on fire. I mean, if you want to get out of a dangerous area, you're stuck. You can't fly.
That doesn't look like a natural fire at all. Like, that doesn't look like how
No.
a forest fire would even be.
No, it
Like,
doesn't. You're right.
It's like, you know, about 50 feet in the air.
No,
Like-
but these aren't trees. This is foliage.
Yeah,
This is low grass and little bushes.
yeah, which basically enhances my point. Even.
Yeah, this is lower foliage stuff. What's this one? Santa Barbara. When was that one done? What was it? Fire in Hollywood Hills. What? This is all new stuff. It's terrible.
So crazy. I wonder what is that flaming? Yo, let's go check it out. Hope somebody's calling the police. No, this could be crazy. This could be tragic if they don't put it out. Yeah. Could be serious fire. Could be a whole. This whole thing could bush right up.
How fast the fire department gonna come?
I don't know. You called the police already? Okay.
That's Hollywood.
Yeah.
What the hell's that clicking noise? This looks like this is just started.
Yeah, exactly.
They have had some issues, some incidents of arsonists actually setting some fires as well. They actually caught one. But you see, that's not the point. Once these things start, they spread like, well,
Like wildfire.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it is. It's not wildfire though. This is deliberate. Some of these have been deliberately set by arsonists.
Wow.
That flipping thing. Looks like the planes are out, the spotters are out. They're going to report it. They're going to see it. They'll probably drop water on it. That guy needs to move, because if that's the chopper with water, it's going to come and...
Splash him.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh shit, this whole thing down here is on fire too.
This kind of thing would never
Wow.
happen.
Any idea how this started?
No, I was down in the car park.
Oh my god. Fucking nuts. Wow. They better get the fire department out here quick.
Fire up by the Hollywood sign? Okay, cool. Alright, it's burning. It's about to
It is fucking roasting. Wow. Yo, let me tell you, this thing's all gonna go up in flames pretty soon. Real soon. Look at that. It's already fucking roasting, son. Wow. Nah, don't go down. Don't go down. You're not gonna be able to stop it. I'm telling you, you can't stop it. It's too much of a blaze.
It's just feeding it with more dust that's flammable.
What, the earth is flammable?
No, there's a lot of
okay.
seed that's dropped onto the
It's
surface,
trying
and
to suffocate it.
he's not going to do it. The chopper's going to have to drop water on it. And at least the chopper's up there, so, but from what I understand, most of this is burnt up. This is this must have been when it started. I like to bet you an arsonist or someone's done that. Or somebody's dropped a bottle and the sun shone through the bottle, acted like a magnifying glass and caused the fire, because that happens as well. That's why you're not supposed to leave glass in... Yeah, my CPU is getting pretty hot.
I didn't realize it was on this side. Look, yo, this whole thing's gonna fucking flame up. The whole side of the hill.
Why is that helicopter not doing anything?
Quick, man, because this whole side of the hill.
It might not have water on board. It might be just a spotter chopper. They've got spotters.
So they're just hanging
Well-
about until someone else gets them.
Well, the choppers that can carry water are very busy putting the fires out that were going on. And they've got other choppers up there that are looking, spotting just to find any other fires that start, so that they can report it to the other choppers and arrange for them to come and pick up water and then dump the water. They're just obviously monitoring it, the situation, and sending live reports back. They have to prioritise. You have no idea how many fires there was going on. It's been really bad. Do you know they've lost over, I think it's 8,000 acres has burnt. You're talking about miles.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. I think it's 40,000.
Right? You didn't see what happened, did you?
I just heard the fucking noise. I was sleeping in the car.
Nuts. Yo, go way up, Abby. So crazy, right? Maybe somebody was smoking a cigarette or something.
Wind blowing this.
Yeah.
wind blowing that
Oh,
way.
it's
this
100%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%, G. Fucking nuts.
Assholes, what the fuck you watching?
Right?
Go
They
get
should
us
bring.
some.
They should bring somebody already.
Oh, man, they're going from all the way
Oh
down
my
to-
god, this whole place is gonna be up in flames by then.
Here, make it
This is all news, Joanne. This has all happened in the last 2-3 weeks.
Imagine if he's going that way, all these fucking
Yeah.
houses.
It's so hot in America right now.
Right?
Mm.
Fucking them.
Yeah. Wow. So crazy.
Somebody
I'm
do that.
surprised that they haven't mentioned it on the
You
TV.
think? Maybe somebody was smoking
that you
a
need-
Yeah,
cigarette.
I
They
know.
threw
Like,
it.
why has no one heard about
Yeah,
this?
Hollywood. When Hollywood's on fire, you want to know about it.
I don't know why they haven't said anything.
Yeah, there's something seriously wrong with the media.
Yeah, maybe smoke, yeah.
It's like they deliberately kept it
Hold
quiet.
on, I'm gonna ring Amy.
Okay.
That's okay, I'm going to the room.
Well, I'm just going to check the chat. I'm just going to pause that. Well, I hope we'll find something. So why the hell are they suppressing all this? Because it's definitely happening. Because Russ lives there and he's seen the smoke and the fire and he's been covered in ash. So why are they not? Why is this not being on the main media? And I think I should post that on my wall on Facebook actually. Because nobody seems to be paying attention. Oh, flipping box, I wish it go away. My CPU is at 82 degrees centigrade. It's because I'm live streaming, video playing, and I've kind of got distracted from building my circuit. But yeah, my daughter's here, so it's priorities. I've just finished playing this. I want to see how it ends.
Right? Now the fuck.
Here.
Now they come.
gotta get that checked.
Yo, we're gonna get it all. Yo, I can't. Yo, what are the odds that we come up here at this time? I'm telling you, what are the fucking odds? It's getting bigger. Yeah, it's starting to flame up. We are right up in it. We're bringing you the exclusive footage, guys. Exclusive footage. LA fire.
It's about to get big in that bush.
Look at that. Wow. Smoke is smoking. No. It's fine. I'm going to get him something personal. What do you mean?
Well, I assume the police arrived and told them to stop filming, which is usually what happens. Looks like my server's shutting down again for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that. Might be my network's having problems. Right, so this guy published this video. Does he have any more updates on it? That's what I want to see. Let's click on his videos. It looks like most of the stuff he posts is boxing or something. And oh my god, this is 1 year ago. What the heck? Why didn't that video show up as #1 at the top? I don't know. Let me just sort this server's gonna shut itself down. That's strange. Why the heck is that video? Did I click on the right link? Going back one. How can it can't maybe it's unlisted. Maybe he's unlisted it and it was already indexed. I don't know. Go back one. Come on. YouTube is playing silly buggers. Why can't I go back? It won't show that video now. This doesn't make sense. I'll close that out and go back to it. Oh, must have been a different. No, this is another one. Was it when I got to the end of this? I think I had a preview or something clicked on. Oh, it's weird. It's almost like it's just been deleted or something after I watched it, and that is strange. Right, okay, so I'm not finding it there. I get so sick of all this conspiracy stuff. I mean, a lot of it is just hype, nonsense. A lot of the conspiracy stuff is real, but they smother it with all this really nonsensical stuff to discredit genuine stories, and that's what annoys me.
I'm gonna go out and see Amy and some old friends.
Okay, well that's a good idea, because I mean I'm kind of chatting, and I've got to build this circuit, and you enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
But don't
I just told myself that I'm not gonna drink.
just don't be too late, will you?
No, I don't want to be too late. I don't feel like staying up for very long.
Well, there's been a few women attacked in Scarborough, so just be careful.
Okay, it's cool.
Stick with your friends.
I'll stick with my fists. No, yeah, I will. It's fine.
Yeah, as long as you're with Amy and you were someone else, you'd be fine.
Yeah, there is a group.
Good.
So it's gonna be okay.
You know that video I just watched?
Mm.
It's mysteriously vanished.
Really?
I just watched it. I can't find it now.
Jeebies, mate. Jeebies.
No, it was on this page. I clicked on it. It wasn't that one. Can't have been that one. No. At least it's on my live stream. It will have been recorded on the live stream. No, that's really strange. Oh, I shared it on Facebook, didn't I? Just a minute. Yeah, I'll see if it's still there on Facebook. That's the one I just watched, right? Fire in Hollywood Hills, wildfire burning, what warning? Now, is it still there? Why is it not showing up on... Oh, it's still there. Now, this person, right? You know this person that posted this video?
Yeah.
Oh, this was 2012. That's an old one. That's from 2012. There's no wonder it wasn't listed as being recent.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that one's 2012.
That's really old then.
Yeah, it's really old.
5 years.
Yeah, I want to find the stuff. I want to find the. I want to find the stuff that's just happened. Hang on a minute. I need to put a date in. Hollywood Burns. 2017. December. Right, I should find the new stuff because a lot of this stuff's old. Here we go. Oh, more conspiracy nonsense. EP, what's this? Extraterrestrial or something. I don't know.
Aren't you a bit of a conspiracy?
Yeah, but there's two different. No, there's two different types of conspiracies. Conspiracy fact, and then there's conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Well, I hate all the conspiracy theory because that could be anything.
Theory, by definition, though, is supposed to be something that is very close to a fact.
Right. Well,
Scientific definition.
there's one that's just happened. That's a week ago. Look. Right, this is a week ago. Just have a look at this. You've got to search December 2017. This might be the one that you just seen, right? I watched this live when it was happening. This one, so I know it's real. That's 45 seconds long, so there's no point watching that again because we've already watched it. But let's see. I want the stuff that's about a week ago, really. California fire burns homes in Los Angeles. Now look at this. This is a week ago. This is last week. It's only a minute. This is when they were dropping water. Look, Joanne. They're dropping water on. It's really terrible.
Do you think Krista would mind if I borrowed these earrings for the night?
Why? What are the? What? She left them here.
No, they're full Crystal. I've just bought them for Crystal.
Oh, you cheeky bugger! You've got a nerve. So you buy a Christmas present and you've got to test them out for yourself first.
Well, I might not, but I'm just.
So you wrap it with a little note. Crystal, I hope you enjoy these earrings. I tested them for you to make sure they wouldn't fall off.
What if they do fall off and then I lose them?
It's terrible. California is looking like a wasteland right now. Look at that. So anyway, I'm so glad Rusty's going to find somewhere else to live because honestly, I wouldn't want to live near that stuff.
No.
I mean, next year it could be worse. Well, actually, I think it would take 2 or 3 years of new growth, new vegetation to grow back before you got the same danger again. But it's still not nice living in a place like that. What's this one? Right, is this one recent? This is recent. This is 6th of December. Look at that expensive mansion. That's one of these luxury homes in California. You know, like the movie stars live.
Weird shit. At least at least it's happening to the rich and not the poor.
Well, some of the poor have lost homes as well.
Okay. Well, it would have been better if it happened.
So, you need to ask Amy if she's seen anything on the news about it. How long is this? How long is this? Oh my god, this is 43 minutes. I'm not watching all that. Well, Russ, I don't know if you can hear me, but I sure hope you can find somewhere nice. Big cities can be really a problem for finding properties that are the right size. It's mainly because everything's condensed and compact, and that's why they're multi-story blocks of flats, is because there's not enough space. I'm looking at the chart anyway. I'm going to share that on my wall as well. Right, I think I've seen enough. This is the fire on Hollywood Hills. $1 million house burns in California. Oh my god. That's 2 weeks ago. Oh, I've seen this one. This is Joanna. Come and see this. This house is worth $1 million. Right?
Gigi, before we go, where are the people? Have they all evacuated? Have people been cooperating?
That's $1 million going up in smoke.
This entire neighborhood appears to have evacuated. We've seen very few people. The neighbor next to this house, we just saw them and their driveway
This was
hopefully
2 weeks ago.
It appeared that they were coming back to check on their home, so hopefully they are leaving the area now. But no one else is around here. We haven't seen anybody. Just down the street.
Just
from this
think, for $1
home,
million you could
somebody
live
took
happily
out
for the rest of
a
your
lot of
life.
Very expensive cars.
Nature will
We saw
always
some
take
very
it back.
fancy sports
Yeah,
cars, a
taxman always
motorcycle
gets a piece of
collection,
it, I
and we're
know.
hoping that doesn't catch fire.
I'm thinking
Not
more
sure
about
why
the
they
fact
put
that
all those
nature's
cars
much
and
more powerful
motorcycles
than
right
all
on
Yeah.
the street here where the fire was burning and didn't move them out of the area. Maybe they just didn't have enough people to get all those cars out, so they put them on the street. So it appears someone got their auto and motorcycle collection out, but that's burning. That's right in front of this house that is burning here on Whitecap and Island View in the city of Ventura. If you're familiar with the area, this is just above Foothill.
And as we look at this,
It's truly heartbreaking to see.
it is. These are people's lives. But beyond that, you keep making the point, and we keep making the point, this is a developing story right now. This was a house that was just fine.
And okay before,
Minutes
correct,
ago,
and
yes.
we went to her live. It just goes to show it's unpredictable, and you have to be safe, and you have to evacuate. And earlier this morning, Gigi, you were with some neighbors hosing down their property to try to save things. But now look at this. It's uncontainable at this point.
There was a home. Oh, look, fire is just arriving, just pulling up. They saw the smoke. They got the message. Thankfully, they are just pulling up, and obviously they're going to see what they can do, either to try still save this home or do some structure protection on the nearby homes that made it. We were so happy to report, after seeing so much devastation on Whitecap Drive, I was so happy to come across this home that appeared to have been spared, and now it is also burning. We were in Hall Canyon, you were mentioning earlier.
You know, I think arsonists have been going rampant. I think that's what's going on.
His parents owned the house where he was fighting the fire, and he told me that home had been in their family for 7 generations. He evacuated his older parents, got everybody out, got them to safety, and then stayed behind his garden hose to fight the fire as long as he could. And
They need to get water on that fast.
You do so, but I gotta say they did an amazing job. All those people
Oh, my leg.
fighting that fire at Hall Canyon with their garden hoses, they really
you
saved
hope-
their homes. So we're hoping that fire there
Yeah.
doesn't kick up.
Do you want me to
we
text
don't
you or
see the
something?
firefighter
Yeah, let me know if you're alright and stuff.
Okay.
Just
It
keep
should-
up-
It shouldn't be too long anyway. I don't
Well-
want to be out for too long.
Just give me a text about, after an hour to let me know how you're doing.
Realistically,
Alright.
maybe I'll be back at 1 at the latest.
Yeah.
The winds are very
Well,
erratic,
about
so
every
you
1.5
can-
hours, send me a little text just so I know you're alright.
Okay, I'll try and remember.
Yeah, well, I know you'll probably get 1 or 2 drinks.
Chances are you might end up getting like 2 texts.
Alright.
But it's very windy. You can just see by the flames the way they're shooting, and you're
So where are you going anyway?
The
Which
trees
pub?
behind another
Well,
home.
Indigo
This is
Alley.
3224
And then
Islands
Bacchus.
View.
Okay.
Right across the
I've
street
been
from
to
the
Bacchus,
home
it's
that's
a
burning
good way.
on the
Right.
corner.
But everyone's
Of course, our
going and
thoughts go
having a
out
bit
to
of
the
drink at
family. They
Indigo.
may be
Okay.
Obviously,
watching this live.
Amy's
Of course,
flat
we're so
birthday was
sorry
finally
we're
got her in
glad.
flat.
Oh, right.
Everybody
That's
got out
nice.
safely.
And,
But there are things
I'm
that
having a
can't.
pre-drink there.
Yeah.
But then there's a few people from Westwood out
Yeah,
as well.
oh cool.
I haven't seen in ages.
Yeah.
Some old friends. and
Well,
some
put
old
your
enemies.
laptop on the
Oh, yeah.
chair, then I won't trip over the damn thing. You don't want me standing on
No.
your apple, do you?
No. Okay.
Right.
Love you.
Yeah, I love you too, and you